Since Mutiny was incorporated in 2001, we have been developing our network monitoring system to become one of the best available products in its sector. Using the SNMP protocol, the system has the most efficient polling engine on the market for a single appliance. The system is capable of polling and storing data for thousands of devices per minute, with little to no impact on the network. Mutiny is a web-based appliance delivered pre-installed on dedicated Mutiny hardware. There is also a virtual appliance available, but we always recommend that you monitor from a hardware appliance, especially if you intend to monitor your virtual estate. Deployment of the system is very straightforward. After starting up the appliance, you simply use the console to enter the IP address you wish to use for the appliance. You then use your web browser to log into Mutiny, using the default super admin user. The user only needs to enter a few technical details in order to prepare the appliance to work on the network. Users of the Mutiny system are set up here. The roles are super admins, admins, engineers or view users. Engineers and viewers can also have view restrictions applied. Contacts, on the other hand, are users and groups set up to receive alerts generated by the system. Contacts can choose between receiving all alerts or alerts from selected views and event types. Contacts can also enable shift working and have their alerts queued whilst they are not working, for delivery later, when they are ready to receive them. There are a few ways to add your devices for monitoring. From the IPAM module, or from the Node Manager. First, let's look at the Node Manager. The Node Manager is where we discover and manage our network of devices that we call nodes. The nodes have a representative icon, so you can see at a glance the type of device you are working with. Using a variety of methods, nodes can be added with discovery, traceroute, or imported from a list. Using a combination of these methods, you can build up your node tree, and this will also help with root cause analysis. Mutiny supports and recognizes all the major vendor device types and automatically applies a monitoring template to the discovered node. Using best practice knowledge, we also set default thresholds to the properties found. Monitoring begins immediately, and graphing is available after a few polling cycles. Mutiny is licensed on the number of nodes being actively monitored, regardless of the number of properties a node contains. The other method of adding nodes for monitoring is via our active IPAM module. The IPAM module allows you to keep an active record of all your IP addresses in use throughout your organization. Each range added is polled and updated periodically to give the user information about the address in use. The user can add devices for monitoring and also add comments, tags, reservations, and manual labels to each address. It is often desirable to group nodes into locations. These can be created with coordinates that allow Mutiny to place the nodes in their correct geolocation and display them on a map. The monitoring section allows you to group your nodes into views. Nodes can be in more than one view, allowing you to break down your estate in many different ways. Views are created in the Views editor. Views can be static or smart views. Views can also contain child views to create a hierarchy of nested views. Static views have their nodes added by the user, whereas smart views contain nodes added from a search query. Here are some examples. Each view has a view mode selector to swap between icons, grid, cards, table, map, top tens, and wallboard. The icon view also supports uploaded background images and a hierarchy mode that represents the topology in the Node Manager. The wallboard is a filtered list of the current open events for the nodes in the current view. Each view has a configuration panel. In the configuration panel, you can set the icon set, background image, position of the labels, and choose to publish the view types as URLs for use on large screens or other applications. Each node has a status panel providing access to the property groups, available for this node type. If the property is not relevant to a node, it is not displayed, helping to keep the display concise. Clicking on a property will drill into the group and display more detail. Properties with graphing data are linked, and the link will open the graph of historic data, filtered, on the period selected. Properties are grouped into similar types. Some properties also have thresholds. The passing of these thresholds generates events that in turn can be sent as alerts. Mutiny stores the historic data to provide graphing for each node property. These graphs are available in each node or in the Quick Reports module. By selecting nodes or views and properties available, a quick report is displayed, allowing you to see them in one view. Change the time period to one of the predefined periods, or select dials for the last polled values. If you like to see a combination of data in a single dashboard, say for a particular service or site, these can be created in the Dashboards area. Build your dashboards one row at a time by adding widgets. Widgets can be tables, dials, graphs, maps or URL to other published data. Arrange your rows and widgets to suit. Dashboards can also be published to a URL. The contents can then be displayed on large screens or embedded into your own applications. Overlaid on each node is a status icon. Think of this as a traffic light showing the overall status of the node, and is the worst case of all the properties being monitored. When a threshold is passed, the system waits for a small amount of time to ensure the event is not transient. The transient delay time is configurable on each node. Time-based no alert periods can also be set to avoid alerts being sent during regular activity, like weekly backups. This helps to remove unwanted transient events from cluttering your inbox and watering down the effectiveness of the alerting. We try hard to only alert you when the problem is confirmed. Depending on the level of severity, a warning or critical status will be overlaid on the node icon. An event will also be generated in the events database, and its details recorded. If contacts are enabled to receive alerts for this particular view, node, or property, then an alert will be sent. Alerts can be sent as emails, API posts using JSON templates, or SMS alerts with our add-on SMS Gateway. We hope you found this quick run-through informative. If you are interested in trying Mutiny for yourself, then head over to our website at www.mutiny.com and download a virtual appliance.